being in the game isn't good enough. I mean, we're making steps in the right direction in many areas, but it's still, we had a team that we came back on, and those games are difficult when you're down a bunch and you fight your way back. And to keep it and get over the hump is difficult, but where we want to go, taking steps, but it ain't there yet.
Doug, something that stood out to me during this road trip is it seems like Meek and Max are playing a little more fearless or just willing to try some things and even fail in certain elements. How important is that for a rookie to be able to just play your game and take your lumps when they come?
There's complex because just being a rookie and going out and playing is one thing, but being a rookie and trusting that we're going to live through your you know ups and downs and all of that is totally something different. And then to be confident enough to go out and trust that I'm going to actually try what they're telling me to do, and do it with force and aggression and purpose. And even with Max, you hear him talking in the summer league, but we were like, okay, well, he do that when we get to the regular season, when vets are around, when it might be a little embarrassing, when all those different things. But no, that's a growth area of his game that he owns. Whether what's come out of his mouth is right or wrong, he's going to say it. So that's good.
We're 4 days away from the first official trade area. How is your team holding up with that? Have you had conversations with them just about all the noise that's been surrounding this group?
No, I mean, obviously, I think everyone knows that, but if you're new to the league, that's totally different. But the point is, like, these guys are veterans. They've been around the league a long time. They understand that during these times it gets bumpy because sometimes there's no conversation in it and it happens. So just because there's conversation doesn't mean anything. So
I do have one. Oh, go ahead.
Doug, no Zach tonight. Just what can you say about how you guys kind of grab the rope and what you need to do in his absence?
Young players get some run and some minutes. It's an opportunity to step in and step up and show that there's an opportunity for you to compete for minutes. More than anything, it's never good when you lose a guy like Zach who plays at a high level, but with him being out, someone's going to have to step up and play for us. That doesn't mean you're going to do what Zach does, but defensively, rebound, play with energy, effort, and enthusiasm, all those things.
Hey, Doug, a lot of times we talk about physicality, and that could mean different things to different people. How do you, I guess, convey the level that you want from the guys?
Part of it, even having a conversation with Neek today about that exact thing, I want him to lean on the side of physicality, like go ahead and get a foul. You know what I mean? Like we'll live with that because you have to find that process. Hands-on people, making sure that you're grabbing, holding, and controlling in screens. It's the same thing that when we're like, oh, ref, he's grabbing me. Okay, well, knock his hands off, or make sure that you do that on the other end because it can go both ways. So there's a level of physicality that we want to have in the paint, in screens. When we leave somebody and they pass the basketball, there's a level of physicality that you leave them with. But those are all growth areas that we have to improve in because those aren't things that you do naturally. Those are things that you have to be taught, and then you have to rep it out. And then to even take it a step further, you have to be comfortable with the consequences of what that entails. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate y'all.